Hello viewers, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video today, do you know that Canada Immigration just created 6 different pathways that leads to permanent resident for over 90,000 applicants? I mean, this news is very exciting. Some of you might have heard about this news, but in this video, I'll be telling you about this news, even if you've heard about it, but I will be dissecting further, telling you the implication, and while if you qualify for it, you need to act on it. Over 90,000 would be permanent residents. So you're on Angontai, stay tuned. I will be dissecting that information for you in this video. Okay viewers, welcome back. I remain my humble self, MC Bernardino. This is Canada Reality, where I dish out content for those that are in Canada and those that are intending migrating to Canada. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, please click on the subscription button, turn on the notification bell so that anytime I drop a video, you'll be among the first to get it. And if you enjoyed this video, it doesn't cost you anything. Hit on the likes button and endeavor to share this video with whoever you feel will benefit from it. If you have any question, any concern based on what I've said in my previous video or what I'll be saying in this video, feel free to drop it in the comment section. I always read those comments and I will revert back as soon as possible. Okay, so on February 14, Immigration Minister Mendicino broke the news that Canada government's immigration will be created 6 new pathways for people that are in Canada. I mean, you have to be in Canada for you to qualify. So the 90,000 applicants that this program will benefit are in Canada. I mean, I'm so sorry for those that are outside, but I'll be telling you how those that are outside can also benefit from it. So this new pathway created a way for, I mean, because of this pandemic, I mean, Canada is probably looking at those that are in Canada, how can they become permanent residents, as against because the lockdown is there and people can't come into Canada. So that's suffice to say that this 90,000 applicants is broken down into 20,000 will be those that work in health sectors, I mean health workers, 20,000 applicants. And for those that work in essential services, like, I mean, you might not necessarily be an health worker, probably a dispatch rider, or you did something, or you work in a manufacturing that are essential during this COVID-19 period. Over 30,000 applications are probably going to be processed in that regard. And 40,000 applicants of international students will also be processed. So that means that you have studied in Canada in the last 4 years, from 2017 up until now. You have studied in Canada, you graduated from a Canadian institution, post-secondary institution in Canada, you are eligible. So over 40,000 applicants will be received in that stream. So when you add the 20,000, 30,000, and 40,000, that is where the Canada government got the 90,000 applicants that will be invited to apply for their permanent resident and eventually become a permanent resident in Canada. Another information that you'd like to share with you today is also that the program commences on May 6th. That in the next few weeks, the program is going to commence May 6, 2021, and the program will last up until November 5, 2021. So you need to make a while the sun shine. And also for the fact that the program will end on November 5th, 2021, there's also a caveat that says that if the cap is reached before that period, then it will stop. So that means that if they can receive 90,000, the number of applicants they want, I mean, that's 90,000. If they can receive this number of applicants before November 5th, then the program will close. And something again that I need to let you know is that this is a temporary policy. That implies that it is not something that will be renewed after the program is done. You know, it's just because of this pandemic, it's just because of this COVID, that's why this program was created. So it's not something that will continue up until next year. Once it is done, it is done. So that implies that if you qualify for this, you should just, before you start on May 6th, start compiling those documents, start getting everything ready so that once it opens, you get those documents, you submit it, because you don't want it to be capped and you don't want to be left out of this great opportunity. So like I said earlier on that over 20,000 applicants will be invited, those that work in health sector. So they're looking at over 40 jobs, different job description in health sectors, which the information, if you want to get information on those jobs that qualifies in health sector, you have to visit IRCC website. And also for the essential services, they are looking at over 95 different job designations. So if you want to know if your job qualifies and falls under this, you have to go to IRCC website. When they provide additional information, visit their website, you can get more information on that. And for the 40,000 international student graduates, they haven't really spoken about, the only information they gave is that you must have graduated in the last 4 years in any post-secondary institution in Canada. And also you need an IELTS too. You need to prove your English speaking prowess. So the minimum band is CLB5. CLB5, that's reasonably low, but the minimum is CLB5. And also you must be, another thing that qualifies you is that you must be willing to live in any province in Canada except for Quebec. Alright, so just like I told you at the beginning of this video that they created 6 different streams. I've told you about those that work in the health sectors, those that work as an essential service during this pandemic period. I told you about the international students. So when you add all this together, it's going to be 90,000 PR prospect. Also, in addition to this, the remaining 3 are French speakers. So the French speakers are not left out. For the French speakers, there's no limit, there's no cap to it. I mean, for the other one, it's 90,000. For the French speakers, there's no cap to how many they are actually looking out for. But if you're a French speaker and you're looking, you need to get more information about how you can benefit from this. I indulge you to actually go to IRCC website and check for more information, because the French speakers are not left out of these goodies. Okay, so now let's talk about the implication of this great news. I mean, I feel so excited to share this information because, you know, the immigration minister in the beginning of this year, they said that they are looking at bringing over 401,000 immigrants into Canada this year. And from the look of things, because of this pandemic, there's no way that goal will be achieved, especially because the borders are closed. People are not coming into Canada. FSW's draws are not being done in the express entry for people to come into Canada. So the government of Canada, through the immigration, they are looking at how can they, since people cannot come into this country, those that are in this country already, how can they make that pathway easy for them in order for them to achieve that 401,000 immigrants landing into becoming a permanent resident in Canada this year. And that's why they felt that creating this temporary policy to welcome 90,000 immigrants into Canada for those that are presently in Canada. And likewise, as I said, for those that are outside Canada, you might not be able to benefit from this policy. But how can you benefit from this policy is, I must say that the clearest pathway for you to actually benefit from this policy now is to as an international student. So if you are outside Canada, one of the easiest ways through which you can come into Canada is to apply for study. And if you're so lucky, you get all those documents together and you submit those documents and you're lucky, you land in Canada as an international student. Probably in the nearest future, they might create something like this again and you will benefit from it. So what I will just tell you is that international students, some of them are still allowed to come into Canada now. If your school has a quarantine plan, you can come into Canada. But if your school do not have that, you will have to study online from wherever you are. But don't forget that even if you complete your study outside Canada, you are still assured of your postgraduate work permit when you are done. So I'm just trying to encourage you now, just like you can see from this pathway that was created, 40,000 former international students are going to benefit from this. So some people, they've graduated in Canada, they have not been able to get their permanent residence because of one trouble or the other. With this program, they will benefit from it. And that's why I'm trying to implore those of you that are outside Canada that one of the clearest ways you can actually use to come to Canada now is through study. I know express entry might be very challenging, despite the fact that FSW's draws are not being done in a long time. The last time it was done was last year, December, if I'm not mistaken. So that can be a very challenging one. And even for some people that qualified for express entry, they've submitted their application. Many of them are still lingering outside. They are still waiting for their COPR for them to land in Canada. And that can be very turbulent, that can be very challenging because some of them, they've quit their jobs, sell their properties, hoping they will land in Canada, but no thanks to this pandemic. So just like I said, for those that are outside, one of the numerous ways that you can benefit from this is try as much as possible to look at the opportunities of applying to colleges or universities in Canada. And if you eventually get that, I can tell you of a truth that if you can land in Canada as an international student, there are a plethora of ways through which you can become a permanent resident and eventually a citizen of Canada. Alright viewers, I hope you actually enjoyed the video that I brought for you today on the new 6 streams that was created by Canada Immigration to welcome 90,000 immigrants to become permanent residents in Canada. Don't forget I said in this video that those people that this program will benefit are those that are presently in Canada. 20,000 will be from healthcare. You've worked in the healthcare sector. 30,000 will be from essential workers. 30,000 will be essential workers during this COVID-19 period, and 40,000 will be international students that graduated in the last 4 years. And also the French speakers are not left out of this opportunity. So what I just want to simply say is that on May 6th, when this program will roll out, if you're in Canada, you just have to take opportunity of this. I mean, you just have to just nick it right there the moment it opens, because don't forget that you might not necessarily, the program might not necessarily run up until November 5th. Once the number of people they are looking at is reached, then it's going to close. And don't forget that this is a temporary policy. It's not going to continue to run. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that make AOI a sunshine. Take this opportunity. The requirement, the eligibility criteria, they are there. Go online. I'll be linking the website through which you can read more about this. I'll be linking it in the video description. So please endeavor to take opportunity of this and keep your eyes open. Stay glued to this channel, because once more opportunity comes up, I would let you know. Till I come back to you again on this YouTube channel, stay safe. COVID-19 is real. Wear your mask, social distancing, and get the vaccine as soon as you can. Peace out.